Against All Oppositions, Defending the Christian Worldview by Greg Bahnsen and Greg Bahnsen. Overview. We must not be satisfied to present Christianity as the most reliable position to hold among the competing options available. Rather, the Christian faith is the only reasonable outlook available to men. Greg Bahnsen. Based on the lectures that Dr. Bahnsen gave to the students in 1991, this book clearly and simply shows to defend the Christian faith, an apologetic methodology that claims Christians should be open, objective, and tolerant of all opinions when they defend the Christian faith is like a person who plans to stop a man from committing suicide by taking the 100-story plunge with him, hoping to convince the lost soul on the way down. No one in their right mind would make such a concession to foolishness, but Christians do it all the time when they adopt the operating presuppositions of unbelievers. There are no neutral assumptions about reality. The starting position is the God of the Bible. The Bible begins with a foundational presupposition. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Against All Opposition lays out the definitive apologetic method to help believers understand the biblical method of defending the Christian faith. Review. For a full breakdown of this book, chapter by chapter, you can check out cavetothecross.com as we went through this book in 2022. This is a primer for those wishing to check out the presuppositional methodology apologetics from one of the most well-known apologists, Greg Bahnsen. This review is coming from someone who has read and identified as a presuppositionalist for several years now, so this review will be skewed in that direction. To give a meta overview, this is coming from the lectures of Greg Bahnsen gave to his students, so the structure might not be seen as full-fledged and complete as a primer would be. Gary DeMar gives an introduction into the contents as well as the man. However, the book needed an epilogue where it summed up the contents or encouraged the reader to check out more or something about the change in apologetics from 1991 or the book published. However, the book just ends. A discussion on other religion worldviews and then the end. Even just a thanks for checking it out postscript would have been something. So since the book is a lecture, the critique of the flow and content might be a bit off. Still, the first part of the book, chapters 1 through 7, give an overview of presuppositionalism, and the second part, chapters 8 through 11, are looking at competing worldviews. I would have liked to seen a bit more and dive deep into the concepts of the first half. There is some very Bahnsen takes on epistemology, how we know what we know, but it would have been even better to have a deeper dive into faith as an epistemology. There is some lack of answering critiques against the methodology. However, Bahnsen, per usual, establishes the point that a non-neutral start on both sides take place, and to believe otherwise either gives up too much ground or the other person, or it's just plain wrong. The encouragement for the Christian to reason from his or her basic worldview in this understanding of the Bible being the necessary starting point is honed in. The second part of the book is fine, where the comparison between the Christian worldview and the others is done, along with the internal critique on Islam, Mormonism, Hare Krishnas, etc. I can understand the help that it is and why it was done, but it does seem to be a different book or could have been worked into other chapters. Again, with this being lectures originally, that may not mean a lot. And the critique of atheism, chapter 8, gives a lot of great points that the problem of induction, deduction, inference, and materialism critique makes a lot of great points. I would put this up there with others for getting people interested and used to the presuppositional method, others including The Ultimate Proof for Creation by Jason Lisle, and one that Cave of the Cross has also done, Finding Truth by Nancy Pearcey. Overall, a well-rounded orientation for a man who did amazing work and needed to write more, but inspired many to fill the spot. Final grade, B+.